Oh, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and whatever you are. Welcome in. How is everybody doing? Righto, let's get this on the road. It says that I am live. Am I? It doesn't show it really, does it? Right. Yeah. How is everybody doing? Welcome in. I'm just gonna give a few minutes to people to join us. Right. I just close the door so the cats doesn't get in, because I like the fur balls and don't want to damage them. Right. So let's see what's going on here. Let's go. It says that I am live, which is a good thing. Let's go back again. What's going on? Right. How is everybody doing? Right. I think it is there. I don't know what's going on. It only shows me some of it. Anyway, I got no info. My thingy doesn't want to show me anything, so I don't know what's going on. Let's go try it again, see how well it goes. Sorry for this, but it is just YouTube is strange. Right. Let's add this to generate and go. It's been changed. And that one. Let's see what it is. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but it's weird. But it's apparently it's working for some way. Alright, so let's do a few of these holophones. Right, it is what it is though. Let's go. So should we try to recoup this one that was damaged last time? I think that would be a wise decision because it's a really nice piece, and I think it's worth it. So that should be worth it. I just need to find a way to mount it. I cannot put it on like this anymore due to the already did some of it. Your wife's boyfriend's a carpenter. Alright, hello Stephen. Welcome in. That's nice. What can I do? Well, I can try to find the center of this really. and drill a hole into it and put it on the worm screw. I think that's a wise decision. So does he do just carpentry, house building or cabinet making, or what does he do? Oh, this needs to have a bit of service, this chock now. I think got a bit too much lacquer and sanding sealer on it, so your wife's boyfriend. Right. I thought I read something that was a bit off, and I did. Good one though. That's a good one. So let's see. Maybe I should try with a 10mm, because this here just really just grip really hard, and that's just kind of difficult to get off again. So this is a little bit bigger. You can try that one. Let's just find the center. That's there. And this is going to be the top then. There you go. I think that should do it. This feels better. I think we can use that in the future instead. It doesn't run perfectly true, but you know, that is what it is. Right. Now get the drills away again, because now we don't need them. And I'm one of them people that if I don't put it away straight away, it's going to take me a month or something to get it to the right position. See, go and watch this on Twitch, because I should be live on Twitch as well. So first of all, I need to just make a bit of hoping that this will hold. For a bit of safety measures, I'm just gonna get the PPE on, because I don't know, stuff might happen. Right. That's working, so that's good. So that's that can spin at least, that's good. Oh yeah, so that's working as well, so that's good. Find a tool and get on this. Right, so let me just get the air on this helmet. That's a little bit high, this. Should we get some more light on? That's a bit of light. I think just need the camera to adjust a little bit. Right. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just truing this up so it runs nice and straight. So let's see. Let's get this to 50 mil because that's the size of my jaws. Just make. That's about right, that's good. Yes, scrubbish. It kind of does that. But it got a filter in it as well. Let me just get the thingy there. And down. Right, so there you go. That's the power unit. And I got a filter in there, that's the main filter. This is just small carbon filter and a mesh filter. That just takes away most of the not most of it, it should take away all the dust and create a positive pressure inside the helmet. So it does two things actually. It makes sure that I don't get hit in the face. Well, my microphone is all right, there you go. So I don't get hit in the face with stuff and things, and I don't get dust in my lungs. And I've been spending quite a lot of time and trial and error to find a microphone that works inside the helmet. So, you know, I don't think you are able to hear the helmet itself working, which is what it's supposed to, but there might be a little bit of a little bit of noise. Right, I've not seen one before like it. Well, it's like different brands you can get. This is one of the Chinese brands. It got the same battery time, filtration level as the expensive 3M ones, and I'm not able to afford 3M ones. In just a moment. Ja. Bare op til Milton, kan I tage en klar, ikke? Hvad siger du? Det som I har lyst til. Røræg eller sådan noget, det er fint nok. Snak med ham. My son. Sounds like exhaust fan in the background. Nothing major. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's been something's wrong now. It feels like it's falling off. Yeah, this one of the holders was loose, which means the helmet itself was a bit further down on my face than normal. So, but yeah, I can turn on the extraction system on the workshop as well, and it shouldn't bother. Scrubby says, you, yeah, we know each other, right? From way back when we used to play games together, right? Or come into your stream all the time, right? Thank you, G. John. I just try to have fun while I do this. Yeah, right? Yeah. Exactly. I don't know who you are. Glad to see you here. I was streaming like 2 days ago for 0 viewers. That was 0 people in my stream for like 2.5 hours. But I do stream over on YouTube as well. So that gives a little bit extra traffic. Right, so that's all sorted. So let me just get this off. Now this piece fell off the lathe last time because the rim I did here, that rim, that was too thin. So the pressure from the chuck blew out the section, and it basically made sure that I couldn't use it. But hopefully this is going to be alright now. We'll see. It's a bit small though, the foot I made, but we'll give it a try though. Yeah, so let's see if this will fit. It does, and it looks like it's gonna be okay. So that should be okay and holding nice and firm. There you go. Get that there. Now we're ready to do some proper turning. First of all, I need to just get this rounded out. I think that's about right. It's a bit lower maybe, and yeah, we're good. Just gonna get the face of this. Just get me a starting point. I'm just trying to nip away at this until I got a flat surface to work off. So that's good. Now what I'm doing, this is a push cut. So I'm pushing the tool through, and I try to maintain as good bevel contact as I can. Now the bevel of the tool, this is the bevel, and you want that to touch the wood. So this angle right there, or here, doesn't matter, wherever it touches, that's the angle that you're turning. It's not this here, it's the angle of the tool. Right, so I'm just going to try and go in from this side here and do a push cut around the corner. And as you can see, the bevel here is in contact with the wood, which will give me a nice cut, nice and steady, and not too many vibrations. Of course there will be vibrations until all the extra, like that, all the extra wood has gone off, all the straight edges and all that. So, but as you can see, we get like a really good surface here. It's almost doesn't need sanding. It does need sanding though, but you know, getting close to the point that it's getting better. So how are you doing, Scrubbish? Hope you're well. You're still streaming, right? I mean, what time is it down in Australia where you're at? If I'm not mistaken, you are in Australia, right? Now this is a bit of shear scraping, which means that I'm just not scraping, I'm cutting. But as you can see, I'm getting really good shavings off this. As long as you get shavings like that, you know you do something right. I'm streaming ages, internet was inconsistent. Oh, that sucks, man. That sucks. Right, so now we're getting close to the round shape. And now I'm just going to roll it to get a bit like an a roundish shape. To get a good shape for my hollow form. So that's not too bad. And let's see, we're going to do Joys of Australia. You got the spider in your internet connection, right? Now before I drill this, I need to make sure that I don't drill in too deep. So the piece itself is about 6.5 centimeters thick, just about 6. And if I go down to like 5, it should be alright. And if I'm not mistaken completely, my drill bit, when I bottom this out, it's about 5, so that's perfect. Now the problem is I have already drilled from this side. So it doesn't, I need to be careful when I start this, because it can go off to one side and start vibrations. It doesn't, luckily. And that's the bottom, so that's how deep the hollow form is going to be, and this hole's not going to get any bigger, hopefully. So I'm going to hollow this entire piece out through that little hole, and that's the whole idea of a hollow form. Small hole, nice piece. A small hole, big hollowing, of course, and make it into a vase or like a diffuser. Now I need to make this a bit more to the round side here, and now I probably should take my round tool rest, but it's rather big, my round tool rest. So I'm just going to do that with a straight tool rest. Now if you can see, like the bevel has good contact with the timber, which means I can do nice and smooth cuts like this. This is a ash, European ash. So let me just zoom you in so you can see the surface that I'm able to achieve. There you go, I just need the focus to get on, there it is, and get the autofocus off for this now. As you can see here, the surface is really smooth, and it's actually shiny, which means that I did a good job. Now, going this way, it's totally smooth. Going the other way, I can feel the grain, and that's why we always sand. Because the grain, if I cut it like this, this direction, here's the way my tool cuts, it will always lay some of the fibers down the other way, right? So that's why we sand, to get that perfect. Right, so let me just zoom out a little bit. Get that autofocus back on, like that. We can do the autofocus again, because I think it's better like that, so it doesn't go off. Right. So, Scrubbies, are you able to see the comments from the YouTube stream over on Twitch? I don't think you are. Now mind you, there are not that many of them. I just need to know if I need to do some changes on my bot, so it relay the message back. Negative. So there's no... Okay. So I still need to read them out. That's the whole idea of my bot, actually. It's just supposed to relay it forth and back between the platforms. Right. That's simple. It's beautiful. Look at the curls on this. Look. It's just awesome, right? Oh, it's just awesome. Alright, now I have something to do after stream. Mess with the bot again. So we're going to go sand. I'm just going to start with 180 grit because I think I need it to be... And I need my dust extractor running because even though I am wearing a mask, it's still messing up the workshop, and I got a PC down here and cameras and all that stuff, so yeah, might as well just do what we can to negate that. Come on. There you go. Sorry about that. Now the dust extractor it's running. I can just hear it starting up. It's going to add a little bit more noise to the setup, but you know, hope it's not too bad. As you can see, a lot of dust coming off this. I have tightened those screws, have I? I have. So I can go in reverse. Going in reverse while sanding does two things. One, it takes the dust straight off the piece down into the dust extractor. And it also makes me sand against the grain that I just pushed down with the tool just before. And that's gonna give me the much smoother surface. That's the plan anyway. And this out here, I just noticed that it's just too flat really. So let me just get that in, because I did a bit too flat on the other piece I did the other day. So just need to round this a little bit. Now this is just scraping. It's a really good way to contour the wood. It doesn't leave the best surface, so it's going to need a little bit more sanding. I'll get the tool rest out of the way, and I can just sand this down right. Well, shouldn't you just get the Starlink? I know you don't want to talk about the guy who produces it, but the Starlink is supposed to be kind of good for remote areas like you. I don't know if it's stable enough, but you can try and look into that. You probably have already because you're a smart guy. So that was the 180 grit, so let me just get some 240. Just to sand it a little bit more. Right. Yeah, I understand that. I got a fiber in my house, and actually my PC at the workshop is running on wireless. I know you shouldn't do that, but the access point is just upstairs, and it's running protocol 5 to my PC, and I think it's working pretty well. I'm running 3 streams right now on that connection, and I have no issues. So let's just see where we are with this piece. Now I got some lines here that I don't really like. I thought that I got that away. I didn't. Let me just see if I can get that away like this. The problem is the lines, right? If there's lines in the wood from either the tools or whatever, ash is considered hardwood. Yeah, it's kind of is. It's malleable and it is in the hardwood. We use it for handles here in Europe, just like you use hickory over in America. But yeah, it's really good for handles and stuff because it's tough and flexible. So let's just see. So now we're going to do now we're just going to get the airbrush. Now the one I did the other day was forest green, and it looked nice and all. That's not an issue. And I had one that was pear green, and I gave that away. So was the pear green one, wasn't it? Yeah, it probably was. Yeah, pear green. I gave that away. So I want to make a new of those. So the airbrush is running off my compressor with a standard regulator just bought from this hardware shop store. I need to do something about that dust extractor. Right. So what I'm doing is I'm colouring the wood with some water-based colours, and that should, because I'm using the airbrush, it's not even and it's not perfect because I'm doing it like this, because really that is exactly what I need to do. Because now I will burn it. Right. And the burning that I'm doing is not going to lay even either. Which is exactly what I want. But what it does to burn, one is it dries out the paint, because that's water based, remember. It dries out the paint and it makes the everything darker. Problem solved now on YouTube. That's good, man. You're welcome in. I don't know which YouTube you're on because I got vertical and horizontal there, so the horizontal is probably the best one to watch, really. So now this is dry, and it's just need to let it dry, like cool off, really. So as soon as that cooled off, I can apply finish to it. But while it's cooling, I can just take my handy dandy little hollowing tool. Now this is a small carbide, about 9.5mm across, so what was that, 3/8 of an inch, something like that. So let me get this helmet off. Ugh. So now we can do the hollowing. Hopefully, I'm not going to need the there you go. So now I have two tools that I use for the hollowing process. One is this straight thing. And I need the dust extractor running because I'm not wearing the helmet. Probably should do that. Cannot see where I'm inside the piece, so I need to visualize it. And feel my way forward with my tool. And hopefully not go through the bottom. Right. Now that has been hollowed a little bit now. Finally a nice stream. Hello Renee. Welcome in. Now in my compressor, I deliberately got one that is silent, so it doesn't make too much noise. Right now, actually, I can almost feel it. Hello, Jost. Welcome in. It's been a while though. You didn't see that I surprise stream 2 days ago? Right. Now the other tool I have is this hook tool. And that makes me able to go around the corner and hollow it out that way. And to use that, I need to have the tool rest a bit further away. Because I need to have it steady. A little bit higher. There you go. And we should try to do it. Now again, I need to feel what I'm doing and visualize it. And hope I'm not going through the wall. Oops, the handle is not. What are you making? Hello, Nathan. It is a hollow form. So a small little vase thing that is just hollow. So you can have whatever you like in it. Some of them are coated with epoxy on the inside so they can hold liquid. But most of them are just for like dried flour or whatnot. Maybe a candle, if you're so inclined. And the good thing now, actually, most of the shavings is coming out while I do this, if you can see it. Oops. You see, the shavings is coming out. So that's pretty good. So let's just see. Got you understood. Thank you. So the hollow is pretty good here. And I need to tighten the jaws a little bit because I can feel it loose. It's loose. So there's right. Maybe I should just cause it's getting a little bit temperature. A little bit of temperature from the tool and all that stuff, because I'm rather aggressive with it. I need to go back to the straight hollow tool again. Cork it to fill it with whiskey. Yeah, you can do that actually. I did make a flask that I hollowed out and coated that with epoxy, so you were actually able to hold liquid in it. And it was able to hold 72 centiliters, so that's 3 centiliters, which is a perfect shot size away from a full bottle. So you can actually taste what you're putting into it when you're filling out the bottle. So I'm just going to try to not go through the bottom. And to do that, I need to be able to see. Something like that I can see enough. And I just need to take away the tool marks from the drill on the bottom. Hi Milton. Just a moment, people. Remember in a relationship with him today. No thank you. I know, fill it with wine. I don't know, could use wax as waterproofer. Well, I would use an epoxy, to be honest. An epoxy that is graded for what do you call it? Food safe, and as can withstand temperature. So I got one source epoxy that can withstand like 93 degrees Celsius, and 100 degrees is boiling point for water, so you're really close to that. So your American that uses other measurements. So that's what I'm going to use if I will use anything, and to hold a liquid for drinking. This is my dream job. Well, scapegoat. Go for it. It's not easy to make a living from it, that's for sure. But it's a really cool hobby. It's relaxing and enjoyable and almost never frustrating. The last part is not true, of course. But yeah, it's a really good hobby. This is a hollow form scapegoat. It's going to be used for a diffuser of flowers or whatever you want it, or just a candle, or just decoration as it is. So I think I'm getting close to getting it right. Now the thing is, I feel like I may be missing a tool, because I don't. Most of it so far I've been able to do with just the tools I have. But there's actually one more in the set. It's also a bent tool, but it's not completely bent as much as the one I'm using, and I need my respirator. I think I have it in the drawer. There it is. It just doesn't have a carbide on it. And I don't have extra, so I need to change around for use it, so I'm not going to use it. Okay. Small damn fault for breaking the tips. Add a metal flange on top I'm using as the oil burner. You could. That is a possibility. Now I'm almost done with the so let me see, is it possible to reach it? Something like that that can do. Yeah. Right. Now what I could feel in there was just a little bit of uneven, and I know I cannot get it all out. But at least I can try. Okay. So this is a lot smoother now, so that's perfect. It's almost yep, it can do that as well. So let's just pay a bit more attention now to the outside. Now I need to sand this. No, I don't. This feels nice. Get this nice and cleaned. So now what we're going to do is going to add some finish to the product, because without finish, it's not nice, is it? And I like to add some colors for the inside, because let's just be real, there's no sanding that in there. That's not possible. I can sand the rim here. F for freedom units. What is there you go. I think that's I'm not going to get my finger in there while it's spinning like that. That would be asking for a disaster, wouldn't it? So a little bit of that there should go a long way. Right. So that's nice. A little bit of burn there on the edge, because it will tie it a little bit more together. Oh, look at that. Oh, you cannot see it properly, but this burl here goes all the way out. It's so cool. Was that the yeah. Now I don't need to add more noise to this, so I'm just going to turn off the dehumidifier. There you go. Now my workshop is in the basement, so I have a dehumidifier down here, and it runs 2 times a day for a couple of hours. Just to make sure that it's some of the moisture comes out of the moisture comes out of the room, because I have timber down here, and some of it is, I think, is nice, but some of it's going to be used for production turning, and for production turning I really just need perfectly dry and stable timber. I don't want anything to go wrong with it, really. Imagine me making like 100 grinder or staircase spindles or what have you, send it off to a client, and it all twists and splits when the clients get it. Yeah, that's not a good look, is it? So just quick drying this a little bit, gives it a matte set and setting finish. So right, that's good. So now let's get some lacquer on it. I've been using the matte lacquer as well, because I don't want this to be too shiny. Now the thing is about this, a little bit goes a long way, and but look at that, look, so awesome, right? I think it looks awesome. I don't know. So let me just get the heat gun to speed up the lacquer process. I don't want to use the air gun for it. Now it's something that doesn't look right, just like it's getting too matte of a finish. We shouldn't do that, really. It should look more like this, really. Nice and shiny. Well, not shiny, but a little bit. Yeah, that's just an awesome piece. I like it. Morning from Rockwood, Ontario, Canada. Favorite time of day, coffee and learning. Hello, Tyson. Welcome in. And Axel. Hello, Axel. Sorry I missed you all. Welcome in. Good to see you. Now, Axel is one of them special people that he's actually a member of my channel. So he's like $1.50. That's a good way to support the channel. And you get the little cool star there. So yeah, in my opinion, it's worth it. Just for the star. Looks like a Chaga gemstone. Yes. Could actually. You could say that, yes. Now, as soon as it's dry, I'm going to polish it a little bit to get some of the shine in it. Because this doesn't is like it's too matte of a finish, in my opinion, right now. It's not dry yet. hopefully that will hopefully a bit of shine would actually make it look better. Now, the matte lacquer is just too matte lacquer at the moment, to be honest. I don't know why it does that. It could be temperature issue. The temperature has dropped a little bit in the workshop due to me turning the heat off in our home, which is working on the wood burning stove. So the temperature dropped a few degrees down here. I don't mind, but when I'm starting to do epoxy work again, kind of need the temperature a bit higher, so I don't know what to do then. But time will tell. So I think this is okay for doing a little bit of polishing. Now this is a mild polishing compound called Yorkshire Grit Microfine, and it's a really fine polishing compound. It doesn't take a lot of material off, and the good thing about a compound like this, it's self-contained, which means it doesn't add dust to the workshop, and it the polishing in it will break down over time when I use it, so it get finer and finer. So it could actually just keep on polishing and polishing and polishing to get it a really fine grit. Now I'm gonna have to be oh, sorry about that, a little bit careful here, because the lacquer and the sanding sealer doesn't want to get hot. So that doesn't like getting hot, and it will actually melt and go uneven. So I am a bit careful not to put too much pressure on it, and not to keep my hand in one place for too long. So let's see if that did anything. That's a fairly reasonable polish. Oh yeah, that's just awesome, right? That helped. That put it to the place that I wanted it, so good call. Well worth it. Right. Now the thing is, when I take this off the lathe now, at the bottom where I'm holding it right now, there's no collar, there's nothing, and I'm going to try to do something about that without damaging the finish. As you can see here, right, there's nothing there. I'm just going to color it a little bit. It's light coloring and a really quick little burn. Like that. It's really quick and easy, not too tough. And that should finish the piece off. I'm not going to put finish on the bottom. Alright, so there we have it. See if I can get the tiger eye to show properly. Oh yeah, there it is. Look at that. So that's really cool. Right, so that's the first one. Getting kind of quick at this now, just 1 hour, so that's good with the startup and everything. So I'm just going to put this to the side over at the bench so it can stay here and I can look at it. But I have quite a few more pieces that I want to try out. Now this one here has a big nut in it, so that's going to be like a bit difficult to work with, but it's also going to be really awesome. It's going to be close to what we just did, really. Same effect. If I get the nut to hold in the right place. So I think we're going to do the top here. I'm going to try to use the top as the take that a little bit away now. So this is not perfectly square, which is fine. I'm just going to try to find the center. And what I'm doing using a wooden ruler, and I have a metal one, a metal straight edge. But if we go from corner to corner like this, we should find what is supposed to be the center as good as it can. It will unless it blows out. Yeah, exactly. It could be, even if it blows out, this could still be good. And I could just have a hole in it. And we can see the inside of it. I think that could be cool as well. So I'll let get you guys back. Right. So this doesn't need to be as perfect. Just needs to be as perfect. Let's see. Let's start to get this on and see if it actually will work. There you go. Love the camera setup. Yeah, thank you, man. It's just a PTC camera. And I have 2 GoPros, so it's nothing major. But yeah, the PTC was a game changer. I really, really like it. It helps a lot, actually, so it's really cool. So that was the green, the pear green. Get that color away. Because I have a white and a black, and I don't know if they will work well, to be honest. I do have an earth. It's really, really dark as well. But I think that's the last one I need. Well, maybe the burnt orange. I need that to do that as well. I haven't done that, I think. So get the PP bag on. What's that? What's that full can of sparkling water? That's good. That's nice. I need to hydrate. Okay, get this back on. And the wire from the microphone is not too tight, so that's good. Okay. Whoops. There's a little bit vibration there. Now I shouldn't really, to be honest, I shouldn't have it without support off the tailstock. But I'm just gonna risk it for the biscuit. Right, first of all, I'm just going to do a few pull cuts here on the back side. Need more speed. Now, my lathe is really, really heavy, so I can get a bit more speed than some other people before it starts vibrating. I can use that for my advantage. Right, so that's about right. I'm trying to get some of this material away on the outside, because that's what mostly what is making it vibrate. It should be that the more that I take away from this, the faster I can get the lathe spinning. And you can hear the tuck, 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 right? This is the time when the wood make contact with my tool. There you go, this is one of the reasons why I wear my mask. Stuff like that come flying off. Right, well, it's coming along. I get good cut. It did not center properly, but that is what it is. It's not going to be a big hole form. Changing it right now will mess it up later. So I just need to make the mark for my chuck. And there that is. Now the funny part is, the closer I get to the center of the piece, the slower I can move my tool, because of the meter per second or feet per second of material running past it. It's slower, so I have to adapt. It's going to be somewhat of a deep one this time, which is fine. Hey Judge, thank you for coming in, dude. Hope you're well. It's good to see you back here. Alright, that's not the proper use of that tool, so we're not going to look too much about for that. So let's see. Right, I think that's good. Is it proper? Now what we want with this, we want the wall out here to go straight in and have a nice 90-degree sharp angle down there. It's blowing air. It's blowing air up to my helmet, so it's a positive pressure, which is pretty cool. And happy Easter to you. Oh, we should make Easter eggs. Damn, I know. I messed up now. Easter egg, that would be perfect, wouldn't it? Should make Easter eggs. Yeah, well, sometimes you just get the good ideas a bit too late, right? I need to get a lathe to dress the CNC tools. A good lathe. Don't you want a metal lathe for stuff like that? I don't know much about metal lathe, to be honest. I do know quite a bit about wood lathe, since yeah, I sell wood turning equipment for a living, and I do this on the side for fun. What is the proper use of the flat edge tool? This one, the skew. This is a spindle tool. Use it like this on the piece, and you cut like this. I can show a bit later maybe if I do some eggs. but for not for scraping, that's for sure. That's the wrong use of it. So let's get that out. So let's see, I don't think I did a burned orange yet, so let's try that. So that I can do, and I can burn it now. For rounding then, yeah, it's actually works the same as a spindle gouge. It works the same way as a spindle gouge. It's just a lot better than the spindle gouge and a lot harder to use. So it's when I make spindles for a staircase, for instance. That's the proper time I would use it. It's for enough rounding. It's actually for making shapes. For rounding out stuff, you use a roughing spindle gouge, something like that. For roughing out stuff with it. Well, not ball blanks. It's not really good for ball blanks. It can be used, but it's not the best. And this is a ball blank. So. Let me just get. I have a spindle outside that I've been discarded. Oh, I can show you what I mean. Right. Now for a spindle like this, it goes on the lathe. And something like that, really. It's just not. It's not going to be able to spin, right? So, for taking a square piece of timber round, I would use the roughing spindle gouge. Where did I put it? There, like this, right? And I will rough it out so it's round. Probably need to zoom in a little bit on this, otherwise you're not going to be able to see it properly. Now that one. Need to turn that off because that's going too much. Right, so here I would rough it out so it's round, and that's what I would use this for. But the flat one, this one you asked about, this one. First of all, the tool rest needs to be a bit higher, something like this, right? So I would go with a tool like this on the top side of it, and I will curve it down here to make this curve. And the other side as well, and I can use it the tip here for a point like this to make details like this, right? So this tool, I can use it here and here and this and there and all that things. I can do that with this tool. This little curve down here is probably not going to be worth it. So for that I can use a spindle gouge, something like this. This is a spindle gouge. And you can see it's a lot flatter here on the inside. So it's not as deep, it's made out of round stock. Compared to a ball gouge. Come on, camera. I don't know if you can see the difference there. Now that's a spindle gouge, it's a lot flatter. This is a lot deeper. That means the profile of them is the same angle. That's the same angle, but the profile here is the tip here. I can go into much more detail with this than I can with this. So this tool I would use for this, like there. I could use it here as well, but I already did it with the skew. That's what it's called, the skew. So yeah, it's a cutting tool. It's not a scraper. It can scrape. It's not really good for it, but it's able to. Right. I hope that answered the question there, Michael. Yes. The angle of the tool is the most important all the time. What you always want the bevel to have contact with the timber, unless you're doing something like a scraping motion like this, because then you don't really want it. But all the times, let me get this back in place. Sorry about that. Yoink. Get that locked in. Right. Let me get the speed up a little bit more, because it's on the chuck. Now if you noticed, if you don't know if you're hitting the bevel is touching, that's when you're just gonna go with the back of the tool here, this part. It's gonna touch the wood first. As soon as that touches the wood, you're gonna tip it until they start cutting. And as soon as they start cutting, that's when you know you got bevel contact. And you can start going through the timber. And you should get like really good shavings. Like something like this. And if you get this stuff, you're doing it right. If you're not getting that, you need to change something about the presentation of the tool, or you need to sharpen the tool. Now tools like this, depending on what kind of steel they used, but the most standard tools that you will buy will only last between 10 and 20 minutes. Right, that's how long it holds an edge. So any standard tool you have will hold an edge between 10 and 20 minutes. And that's not long, you say? Well, that's true. But just try to calculate how many meters of timber this little tip here cuts. Now the lathe right now is going about 2000 RPMs. And it's slamming, because it's not solid yet, it's still air and still not round, so it's slamming into that cutting edge, and that cutting edge on my tool is really fine. So you can imagine what that would do to your normal rater if you use it to turn wood with, how long that will last. Not very long, would it? So yeah, between 10 and 20 minutes, that's what you can expect. Now you can get better types of steel, high-speed steel. This steel, for instance, is called S600. It's still a high-speed steel, and it could be hardened up to like 64-ish, 65 maybe on a good day, which means it will hold an edge for between 30 minutes to an hour. Now, an hour is not normally something I would go for, but half an hour is a lot more normal. Well, the issue with stuff like this, steel that's this hard, you need a special grinding stone to sharpen it. So if you don't have that, there's no reason to buy the good tools. And now you see the finish I can get on the wood here, how shiny that is, and it doesn't really need sanding. It got nothing to do with my tools. The steel got nothing to do with that. It got something to do with the angle, a little bit, but it got mostly to do with the how sharp it is, and how much time I spent turning wood. So it is a practice thing. So you need to practice quite a lot to do that, but it's not impossible to learn. I would say that most people will be able to learn it if you're like a normal person. So I'm not special in any kind of way. I just turn for many hours, and it's really all there is to it. Now you can see, doing like that, you're making a door handle. No, corn-fed. You see the cut I just did. It got nice shaving, but it didn't leave a good surface. I don't know if you can see that. It's not as shiny anymore. It feels rough and not well. And there's a bit of tear out here, so it's not good. Corn-fed, I'm making a hollow form. Let me see if I can nip the other one I just did. There it is. I'm making one of those. Nice little hollow form, and this is hollowed out completely. So all the way in there. About a 4 to 5 millimeters thick wall. So yeah, this is what I'm making. But yeah, that's the angle of the tool and the presentation of it. So I can take a cheap tool and get the same result. It's just a matter of having the bevel, this part here, touching the timber while it spins. That's all we want. Now it's still not round, it's going to be a really stumpy one, this one. But look at the pattern here around the knot. I think that's going to be cool. As you can see, the shaving's coming off. It looks well, nice and curly. That's what you want. I was going to stream me making moonshine, but decided not to. Well, depending on where you are in the world, that is either a really, really bad idea or a really bad idea. I don't know how the rules are in your country. Here in Denmark, you are actually able to make your own liquor for your own use. You can brew beer and all that stuff, cider. I don't know if you're going to be distilling it. Yeah, probably won't be allowed. As long as you're not selling it, you should be okay. Yeah, you're in the US, you'd probably be a bad idea, wouldn't it? I mean, I've seen the Moonshiner, some of that episodes, and not all of them are staying outside of jail all the time, are they? Now we've got a 50-gallon cup of steel. That's nice. Oh, that's nice. 50-gallon, that's quite big, isn't it? Thank you, corn-fed. The main camera is a PTC, which means I can move it around the workshop, which gives me some really good angles. Even when I am just grinding my tools, I can take you there, and the mitre saw, the bat saw, the planer. That's pretty cool. Right, so that's getting round. What about the back side? Reminds of Steve Earle, Copperhead Road, cool tune. I don't know. So 50 gallons still gives you about 14 gallons, 4 gallons of rum. That's under a 10% yield from the mesh. That's quite low, but I'm guessing that is what's to be expected, isn't it? Those Run Hands as well, same album. Steve Earle. Yeah, I don't know that artist on top of my head, I'm sorry. Okay. I think I'm just about there. Devil's Right Hand. Dude, you're too old for me, your music. I'm just a young whippersnapper, remember? Still in my 40s, you're in your 60s. So, it is all due to the yeast. I use fast yeast. It needs less, but you get a quicker yield. Okay. Wouldn't it be wise to, get a bigger yield? Really, isn't that why you do it? Like, just let it ferment for another week or two, and get a bigger yield. I don't know how much more you can get out of it, but if I'm not mistaken, you should be able to get like 16% alcohol content from the mesh if you ferment it right. That's maximum before the dies of poison, right? If I remember my chemistry right. So 16% of 15 gallons, that should be 8 gallons. Right, 100% alcohol content. So you should be, oh, if my math is right, about 10 gallons at 80%, which is really high. I don't know if I'm mathing right, but 4 gallons seems a bit low. What's the alcohol content? You don't water it down, no. I know the whiskey makers, they water it down to get the taste better. Because normally when it comes off the still, it's like 60%. normally. Yeah, I don't know how much proof is. Well, we in Europe, we do in percentage of alcohol content. No, I don't know my chemistry that well, but it's alcohol. And I did my 9th grade. It's going to be a hollow form. So, well, like a vase or something. So the 9th grade exam actually were alcohol distillation. So we did that in 9th grade in school, and I just remember it from then. And 9th grade, it's just 25 years ago. So yeah, it's not too bad. So right, I think, just look at that. Now that's going to be awful when we turn it, when we hollow it out. I don't think it's going to look that well. You stick around just a little bit more, Abdullah, and you will see how it's going to look almost. Because in just a minute, I'm about to add the colours, and I decided to go with burnt orange this time. I just need to make sure that the base is sanded properly. You can make it still using a pressure cooker. Yeah, you probably could. But like I said, I haven't played around with stuff like that in 25 years or something. So it's been a while. Now this is the burnt orange. We should go a bit more of a light coat, because the end result is going to be really dark due to the burning, of course. But I think this is That's a light coat in my book. That's perfect, right? I'm burning the orange, and the color is called burnt orange. This is perfect. Right, I think that should do it. I'll just cool that down a little bit. Maybe a little bit more colour in some places, that would be good. Now, that's a cool thing about an airbrush. You can really adjust how much paint you want on, and you can do that really easy. That's cool. Alright, so let's just see. No. Let me get the tool, move this away. Let's see if I need to go. I need to go a little bit higher with the tool rest, just a smudge. And there it is. Right. Now let's see. How deep are we? Yeah, we don't need to go much deeper though. So let's get the speed up so we can get into trouble and start hollowing. So I'm just gonna, again, I'm just feeling the way on the inside because we cannot see anything. Get the tool rest out. Just feel my way around in here. It's getting a little bit hot in there, so let me just get the compressor again with the air gun and cool it off a little bit. Well, let's see if we can get back into this. What happened? I lost the audio feed. And there it is. I'm a little bit narcissistic because I listen to myself while I do this. It's just two things for me. It makes sure that the audio comes out to you people without too much issue, and it also occupies my brain a little bit, because normally I would listen to an audiobook while I turn, and I really enjoy listening to audiobooks. Because that, you know, keeps my brain occupied while my hand is working. And that's something that's, this is a this is a small hole, and it's a bit, normally it's been dilated a little bit by the tools while I'm using them, but this time I've been doing a better job of that, so that's good. I can feel the bottoms have like a major groove in it, which is not something that I want. So I'm just going to go to the straight tool again, and for that I need the tool wrist closer, and something like that should work. Right. I'm just really slowly pushing my way outwards, trying to get as far as I can without touching the edges of the hole, and trying to pull the tool out again without doing too much damage. Right. I know this part is probably the most boring part to you, but for me it's really the most enjoyable part of it. Still got like a really big disgusting lump. I can feel it with my hand really easy. It's probably all the way over there. Just can't feel it with the pencil. Right, so let's see, where is it? It's all the way out there. I'm probably right about that, yeah it is. It's just between the two tools, really, to be honest. Probably. Raise this up a little bit more. A bit more. There we go. Now, can I feel it with this? There it is. Okay, let's see if I got this fixed right. Yoink. There. I did remove something. Yeah, that's good. Now it feels like the wall is just a little bit thick still, but there's nothing much that I can do about that really, to be honest. Maybe I can just sand this just a little bit. So what kind of liquor do you make? Confit? It's just rum. I think you said something about rum. Right. So let me just get right, so that's good. A little bit of heat on that. Okay, so that's about right, that's good. I'll just clean this nozzle a little bit. So that's clean now. Put the cap back on. Yoink! I made a nice little holder for all my colours, and I didn't have enough room to put it in a place that would be really good. So getting out the back ones is a little bit tricky sometimes, but it should be right. Alright, so that's that. Let's get the sanding sealer on it again. So let's just see. You see how dark it's getting right now? As soon as I start adding the sealer and stuff on it, the color gets really dark really quick. So the nut didn't break it too much. That's good. And it still holds, which is even better. And I think the sanding sealer is dry now. And I can add a little bit more of the lacquer. Ryobi was all I needed to see. This was a gift for my wife. It does the job, so that's fine. But for tools that I demand stuff from, I get the red ones. So as soon as I start demanding work from them, I get other stuff. But yeah, for tools that I don't use that often, that I don't really expect to work for a long time, and it's the first time I buy them, I have no problem using a Ryobi. If that breaks, that means that I use them enough so I can justify to myself to get one of the more expensive ones. So that's how I do that. I should try to make one really high gloss one. What do you guys think? W wholesome gift, W Milwaukee. Well, it works and I'm happy. So that's really all that matters. And I only use it while I stream. I don't use it for anything else. So that's fine. But for my drill, I'll get a proper tool. My lathe is a proper tool. That is what it is, really. And if I use this up and break it, because I use it too much, I buy a good one, a more expensive one or whatever, the one I really want. But for this, it's actually kind of stupid for me to get a battery one. But that's what I wanted, really, because I thought that would be good. Should I polish this a little bit? I don't know. I'm not going to polish this. This is done as it is, really. Oh yeah, you can see the see all the compression grains here. There. So the compression grain. That's difficult with the shining the light and all that stuff. But it looks cool. So that's a pear green and a burnt orange. Fame in California. So you take care. Alright, you sleep well, dude. But you should get up now, right? 5 AM. Hi Ryder, welcome in. A little bit of drinking. Thank you, Judge. Yeah. A little bit of drinking, just water though. So let's try to make, I think I think I'm all the way around. I haven't done the earth color, the black and the white. I don't know how well they would work. I mean, I could try white. The problem with the white is, and the black would just be black, wouldn't it? So that would just be wasted. The earth, though, what I'm making, we are making these little hollow forms. So those is what I'm making. But yeah, I can try to do one with earth colors. Now this piece here has the grain straight going that way, which means that it's not going to be as well as this. You're not going to see something like that on it. Do an egg. Yeah, Judge. We can do some eggs. What time is it? Yeah, we can do a few eggs. That we can do. Let me just get some timber for egg making. That will be worth the time. So yes, this is 5 centimeters, 6 centimeters thick. Let me just cut that into square. And we can make 2 eggs. So that's 10, that's 11, and something like that. There you go. Sorry about that, but I'm back with some timber. Ronald from McDonald's, you got a great pair of balls. I have seen nothing yet, man. So like that. Let me just get the tools moved, because I'm not going to need the small carbides for this. I am though going to need some support from the tailstock, just because it would be wise. Right. Tailstock support. Okay, so there you go. So now we're going to use the spindle roughing gouge. There you go. There you go. Let's just yoink, yoink. That one I need to move because that's in the way. The airbrush is on the ground. That's not where it's supposed to be. Now let's see if we can use the skew. Now me and the skew is not always the best of friends, and there's not enough room for me to actually airbrush. You're kind of in the way. Thank you. So I'm just going to round this. There you go. Starting to look like an egg, doesn't it? Or actually starting to look like something else as well. Should we colour the egg? I mean, it is Easter. It is Easter, so might as well, right? Okay. It's a bit too far away, isn't it? So the best one is better. Let's see how the well, that looks pretty well. And what colour should we use? What was that? This is an egg. It's Easter, so we're making Easter egg. Basically because George asked me to. So Easter egg it is. What colour you want on it, Judge? Or should we try to make a pattern? Butt plug? Well, yeah. There's no base for it, so you just probably get stuck up there. Well, Judge, you're still here. Dark blue. Dark blue. Let me see if I can find a dark blue. Like dark blue, right. So that's the midnight blue. Right, so dark blue it is. I'll have to do this really, really light. Dark blue, dark blue, dark blue. Yes, dark blue. Let's see if I can find a dark blue. Now, before we go any further, I want to show you. Now this is the dark blue. It's almost purple. So I'm thinking you might want some lighter blue, right? This is really, really dark. It's like dark egg blue. Okay, so we need like a lighter one, almost green. Dark egg blue, pale blue, light blue. Yes. So that color it's more like this, sky blue. Right, and I can make that a lot darker just by going closer. So we can get in that range, right? See? Muhammad Umar Malik. This is an Easter egg. Got the bell. Alright, we'll try the best we can. Is it running out? No? Do you want it burned as well? Hey, Barney! Welcome! How are you doing today, Barney? So hold on, I need to do something about this. Get me 1 sec. Oh, I hit the camera. It's never good to hit the camera. Yes, it's not. Ooh, whoa. There you go. Do you want it darker than this? You probably want it a little bit more, right? Love eggs, Marmite. So do you want a pattern on it, or you just want one colour? That looks cool. Should we make a pattern? I mean, we can make some dots on it with some other colours. So yeah, let me see what's good with blue. Yellow. Right. Ruby, there you are. Okay. So let's get some sanding seal on that. Very festive. Yeah, it is. It's different, isn't it? Okay, so that needs to be burnished a little bit. Just gonna burnish that really easy. Like that. There, and just go with the gloss lacquer, right? It can be glossy. Right? Yeah. Right. Now we need to add a lot of layer of this. So it's going to take a little bit of time. Well, that's alright. As soon as it's starting to be dry, I can add another layer. I think we're going to need about 5 or 6 layers, maybe. Because then it's going to be like, should be completely covered. And I can, at that point, buff it. Where is that remote? There it is. Fanciest butt plug I ever seen. Yeah, well, it will break off because the bottom's not going to be there at the end. So it's going to be a love egg if you wanted to use it for that. But it's not what it's intended for, to be honest. So yeah, but it's supposed to resemble a little bit of an Easter egg, really. And it's a special for my good supporter, Mr. Judge, because he asked me to make an egg, so that's what we do. The problem is, it takes a little bit of time between the coats, so it's can get a little bit boring. But might as well have a drink in the meantime, right? Cheers, boys and girls. That's the last of that. I could spend some time cleaning the airbrush a little bit, because it probably needs it. I cleaned the airbrush with isopropyl alcohol. Just blow it through, and it should be alright. Because I use water-based colors, which means they if they're dry in there, they will dissolve really, really quickly with that. So oh yeah. So just going to be a little bit of this and a little bit of that. See how close it is to being. Doesn't look really dry, does it? Not there. Not there. Yes, sir. It is what this is. It is what this is. And that's not dry at all. So let's see. Why is it always when I'm streaming that people want to get a hold of me? It's difficult enough, isn't it? So what's everybody been up to? Have a good Easter. I hope everybody's doing well. Anyone had a good went out to see the family? Oh, that's almost dry now. I spent some time with the family on Thursday. I think it was. It was nice. See them and let the kids play together. So that was good. And us adults having a beer or two. And when I say a beer or two, I really just mean a beer or two because I had to drive home. So over the course of almost 5 hours, I had 2 beers. So I'm was well within the limit. But again, I should be because I'm driving and with my children. And it doesn't matter which I'm driving with, it just matters I'm driving still. So yeah. Is that? Yes, Maximus, that is exactly what you think it is. And if you're going to say anything other than an Easter egg, you're wrong. So yes, exactly what you think that is. It is what it is. Maybe I should do a bit more. Great alien. Remember, if anybody were here for Christmas, I did some Christmas trees, and they were exactly looking like a butt plug, with the flared base and everything. Right. So why is it every time we get into the holiday and every time we get into a holiday, people's minds get dirty because they're going to spend time with their significant others? I have done butt plugs and other stuff like that, and it's kind of a rite of passage, really. At some point, someone's going to text you and ask, "Can you make a butt plug?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." If he doesn't like it, you can just shove it up your ass. I don't care. As long as you pay, I don't care. That layer's dry. Small layers will dry faster. Well said. There's one way to get splinters up there. Yeah. Yeah, people, I don't get it. For me, that's an exit, not an entrance. So, it is what it is, really. But I guess for some people, it's the only thing they got. Okay. We're getting there. What was that, like 6 coats? And that one died. But I can just go get another battery. I will do that. Just give me a minute. Not even. It's just outside the door. And there it is. Yeah, so up here is apparently it's getting a little bit more takes a little bit longer to dry because it apparently gets a bit more of lacquer. It's almost done now. You can start to see the lacquer is building up. This is exactly what we want to see. As soon as that starts to build up, I can start to sand it. The camera is messing up, you can see. It's hard to get the to get it right. Test it, boy. Grasshopper Plus. It's just an egg. And I cannot boil it. Because there's nothing in it except wood. So I don't know how you would test it. So let's see how close am I. Almost. Almost dry. Almost dry. I think I can I don't know, maybe just give it a couple more coats. Probably should sand it down a little bit, but I'm not too sure about that. Oops, that was not dry there. As soon as this layer is dry, I'm gonna sand it, polish it up. And I'm gonna make sure that it's completely dry. It's probably gonna take a little bit of time. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna get me a drink because I think I deserve it. What do I have? Oh, what a shame! I only got beer. I'm not gonna get beer here. Nope. Only beer left, which is a shame for me right now. I'm gonna have one later. A decorative duck egg. Yes, sir. It's not dry yet. Now here in Denmark, we do paint our eggs like this. I guess you do that in the rest of the world as well, at some points anyway. Probably not so much in America at the moment due to the price of eggs, but we do it here still. I will have a look at it because I think tomorrow is a day off as well. And if it is, I'll probably come down here again, and I'll do a few more eggs, or hollow foams or whatnot. I think I'm almost all the way around with the hollow foams. Does it have a flared base? No Snook products. It will not have a flared base. It will have no base, to be honest. So yeah, if all is well, I'll probably do a stream tomorrow. Let's do some Easter eggs, right? Gonna call them differently. We're not going to use the lacquer finish like this. Going to use a bit more quick and dirty finish method, because this is just going to take too long if we're going to do like 10 of those. I'm going to be online for 10 hours and nobody want to watch that. Butt plug? No. Hole healers? No. I got a tea and a joint. Oh, that's nice. Wouldn't mind the tea though. Don't think I smoke a joint for probably going to be plus 10 years now since I last smoked one. Right, so let's just sand it. When I say sand it, I'm not going for a perfectly flat surface, because that's just gonna be another hour worth of work in my opinion. Are you talking about the joints or the the eggs, Judge? I mean, you could do both. It's just too many people that's oral, anal fixated, isn't it? Totally a butt plug. It's just gone horribly wrong because it's bubbling, and I don't know why it's bubbling. Hey, it is what it is. I can always just, give it to someone. If you don't like it, I think you know what they can do, right? Loop that sucker up. That's what I'm doing, really. Oh, there you have it. It's somewhat shiny. That's true, Judge. That's probably true. I mean, for me, I'm more into like breasts than ass. But you know, a nice ass is a nice ass. Mm. But you know, they're all different. That would pop straight up, no problem. Oh yeah, there you go. Flip, lame-o. It's somewhat shiny. I mean, I have done better things than this. But it is what it is, isn't it? It was fun though. And come on. Not for the back door. Yes, exactly. Someone got it. Someone got it at the end. That's another anal joke if you want it. It's a big egg, not for the back door. Yes, exactly. There you go. Now let's try to get some because normally if I zoom in here, it should be able to show off the thingy. I don't know if that works well. So what we did today, the not a butt plug egg, right? And the two hollow forms with the one with the tiger eye, and the other one with the I don't know, but yeah. How did you color it? I colored it with an airbrush. And on the lathe when it's spinning, so it was easy to make the lines. And I used water-based colors from Hampshire Sheen. So yeah, intrinsic color collection from Hampshire Sheen. It's this box, and you get them bigger sizes than this as well. They're really good for that stuff. But yeah, an XL. Well, no, that's not really an XL, is that? It is. I mean, I've made a turd bigger than that. So yeah, and they're hollow forms. So yeah, that's what we did today. if it's a holiday tomorrow. Look at that. That's an egg holder now. Yes, that's an egg holder, isn't it? If I ever saw one, that's a good egg holder. So we can maybe even do this. Our own little thingy. Oh, have you ever been trekking in Norway? Or anywhere in the mountain, probably? And they do like stacks of stones to show the trail. I mean, it's not a bad idea, is it? So, yeah. Do you make bigger stuff? Yes, I do, Corley. Corey. Yes, I do. I have made a lot of bigger stuff as well. Some of this on my YouTube, some of this in the streams from way back. But yeah, I've made a lot of big stuff. It's just that all the big stuff, I don't know where to put it anymore. My wife doesn't want any more big stuff. My workplace doesn't want any more big stuff. It doesn't sell. So I started making this little small stuff. Thank you, sir. But yeah, this can just fit in anywhere, really. And if it doesn't like it, it's easier to sell this. If I want to sell this, it's going to be $30 something for this, right? Maybe 40 when it's epoxy coated inside. So yeah, 30-40 bucks for one of those. I think that's alright for except the big bowl that's worth like a couple $100, maybe $1,000. So yeah, that's not selling. So yeah, everybody, thank you for watching. Have a good day. I will probably see you tomorrow if it's a holiday. And remember, if you treat the world like you want the world to treat you, the world will be a better place. Thank you for watching, peeps. Have a good day.